How long have you been in the home building business?
I've been in the home building business for about 30 years now.
Austin Taylor Group, that name has a special effect for you. Why did
Yes.
you name your company? So say, I name my company.
So the reason why we named our company Austin Taylor Group, probably, I guess, close to 25, 26 years ago, and that's my two sons. Not that I had any dreams that they were going to follow in my footsteps. It was just I was very proud of them, even though they were 3 and 5 at the time, and it was something that I wanted to kind of keep carrying on, whether they went into this business or not. Now, my oldest son, Taylor, actually does work for us, and he runs several of our projects. Austin is finishing college, but he's going on to be in the logistics and supply chain management world.
Okay. So when you're talking and thinking, don't look up. Just keep
Okay.
thinking, look at me.
Okay.
So when people are deciding to build a custom home, what are some of the questions that they ask you first? Some of the questions that they ask me first when people build a home are?
Some of the questions that people ask me first when they're looking to build a custom home is usually design. They usually come to me already knowing what they want. The level of house that we build is they're on their second or third, maybe even fourth house. So they have a pretty good idea what they're looking for, what functions, what rooms they want, what they don't need, which is a huge plus for us because we don't waste a lot of time going down roads or spinning our wheels on how we would do that. I have to reword that completely.
So when people come to you to build a custom home, one of the first things they want to know?
When people come to us to build a custom home, since this is usually their third or fourth home at the level we're currently building at, they have a good idea of what they want, and they have a good idea of size, whether they're downsizing or they're building bigger because now their families are bigger, or they're just further along in their careers and they can afford more. So they have a pretty good idea what they want. So we don't get too many people come to us that do not have an idea of what they're looking for.
Okay. So do people need to have an architect in place?
No.
So your thing is?
Right. People don't need to have an architect in place when they come to us. We work with several architects in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We work with, most of them are award-winning architects. They have their own disciplines, whether it's mid-century modern or it's traditional housing. We try to match up an architect with what it is they're looking to do. That way they start off in sync from day one.
Okay. What makes you a good home builder? What makes Austin Taylor Group a good home builder company? And the response starts out, Austin Taylor Group is a great home building company because?
We think Austin Taylor Group is a great home building company because we take a personal interest in it. And I know every builder says that, and there's 1,000 builders out there. We've never done this from the standpoint of how much money can we make, or this is where I can make my money, this is not. We tend to take on only the projects that interest us, and therefore we're vested in it both emotionally, not just professionally.
I got a question coming back on another topic. Run us through kind of the typical process. If I'm a customer, what am I going to experience
So say,
in looking at her?
Okay.
so say the process of home building.
So our typical process of home building starts way before the house even is drawn up. We try to spend time with the customer to find out how they live and how they function. Some people are really into entertaining, some people are not. Some people really put a lot of stock in the kitchen, and some people are just not cooks. So we try to spend as much time with them as we can so we have an idea of how to make this house functional. Because at the end of the day, that's really what matters. Can I live in this house the way I want to live in this house? From there, then we sit down with architects. I try to pick the architects that will mimic or be more in line with what their desires are. And interior designers are designers as well. And from there, we get everybody together. We draw everything out. We lay everything out on paper. We kind of do a virtual walkthrough of how you would live in your house. And then from there, then the design process starts. Once the designs are done, everybody signs off on it, then the construction starts. So we do as much work or more, I would say, in the decision-making process and the design process before we even break ground on the lot. Once all that's done, The building process is actually pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. We foundation, we frame, we drywall, we finish. So we try to spend as much time in the beginning. That saves us time in the long run. It also helps it helps us to make sure that our budgets stay in line.
Okay. Do clients typically pick where they want to live in lots before they get to you?
I believe people pick where they want to live in a region. In other words, whether it's north, south, or what part of the area they want to live in. Most all of them know exactly where they want to be. Secondly, I think it's the range of house, what range they're looking for, price point, square footage wise. So from that kind of really narrows down where they come from, whether they're buying one of our lots, one of our houses that's already pre-built, or they have a lot someplace else and they just want us to build the house on top of it.
You do more than just new construction. I want you to say, at Austin Taylor Group, we also do reconstruction of houses.
Yeah.
So talk about remodeling.
So Austin Taylor Group also does.
Okay, so Austin Taylor Group does remodels in addition to
Right.
reconstruction.
Austin Taylor Group also does remodeling in addition to our custom homes, in addition to our spec homes. And honestly, that's where we got most of our knowledge from and our start from was in the remodel world. I've always said anybody can build a new home. It takes a real builder to do a remodel because of all the challenges and the issues that you face when you're remodeling a house. So we've done whole house remodels where we literally left one wall standing and started all over. And we've done kitchen and bath remodels as well.
When you, tell me a story about a property up in Starwood that you remodeled, either of those two houses. Say, we don't say, you can say in a very nice neighborhood in Dallas, or however you want to word that, but we want to allude to the Starwood projects. Walk me through.
What are you trying to get to though?
I'm just trying to get to the house flooded, you came in,
Oh, yeah.
the hole downstairs, start over.
Okay.
And how she found you.
Well, we should tie that.
Wait,